Hi guys, so today we're doing metric units of length. Okay, so remember when we did customary units of length, we were talking about feet and yards. Okay, today we're talking about that meter stick. Okay, the meter stick that had, okay, remember my 1 meter, okay, and my decimeter is this black, white, okay, a decimeter was from here to here on your hand is a decimeter, okay? And a centimeter was the width of a finger, and a millimeter, dink, okay? And a meter stick was the whole meter, okay? So that's what we're talking about when we talk about math today. We're going to start off by having a blank sheet of notebook paper. So if you don't have one, pause my video and go get yourself a blank sheet of notebook paper. I'm going to zoom my camera out here a little bit, and we're going to make a kind of a cheat sheet, a help guide that's going to help you over and over again, okay? So you want to make this nice and neat, okay? The video you hopefully just watched before this, like a minute long, talked about King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk, okay? Too much chocolate milk, don't do it, okay? So we're going to make this cheat sheet that we're going to use. Now I turned it sideways so that my red line is across the top of my paper, okay? So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to use that red line to write on, okay? These are the capital letters at first. King, skip a couple lines. Henry died. Okay, my B can be lowercase now. By, I'm going to underline it. Lowercase, drinking chocolate milk. Okay, King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Okay, I underline that B because that's my base unit. Okay, my base unit can mean different things. Okay, my base unit in the metric system can mean grams, meters, or liters. Okay, those are my base units. Okay, I'm going to write right here, base units. Okay, that's the most important part, that you know that every single one of these is a prefix that goes in front of that base unit. Okay, so this one is going to be kilo. This one is hecto. Okay, this one is deca with a K, D-E-K-A. Then your base units. Okay, then there's the ones we talked about in class, deci, centi, and milli. Okay, for today, all of our math lessons are going to be over here. Okay, but you will need these, okay, tomorrow and especially in 5th grade. Okay, so you have to know these. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Okay, these are prefixes. So let's use meter for an example. This would be a kilometer or a kilometer, a hectometer, a decameter, a meter, a decimeter, centimeter, and millimeter. Okay, the king is where all the big numbers are. Okay, these are your biggest numbers over here. Milli, remember millimeter, dink, are the little ones. Okay, so bigger to smaller. Okay, we're going to use this over and over and over again. So make sure you've made it neatly and nicely and you can read all those things on there. Okay, we're going to keep using this over and over. Okay, so for right now, I'm going to set this aside, okay, because we're going to be starting the math lesson, but you're going to need this over and over. Okay. Meters, abbreviation is M, decimeters, centimeters, and millimeters are all metric units of length. Build a meter stick to show how these units are related. Okay, you could do that, I guess, at home. Cut out a meter stick strip. I don't have this. Place the strips end to end to build 1 meter. Okay, see him? He's building it. Tape the strips together. Look at your meter strip. What pattern do you notice about the size of the unit? 1 meter is blank times as long as a decimeter. Okay, what do you remember about deci? If you have a decagon or a decade. Okay, remember those words? Decagon or a decade. Those were all 10, remember? So 1 meter is 10 times as long as a decimeter. And you can see that on our meter stick, right? the black, black, white, black, okay? There is 10 decimeters on a meter stick, okay? And a decimeter is blank times as long as a centimeter. Okay, when you look in at that decimeter really closely, okay, I'll try to get closer for you. Okay, see my red, white, red, white, red, white? Those are my centimeters. Okay, 1 decimeter is 10 centimeters. Okay, so 1 decimeter is 10 times as long as a centimeter. Okay, and 1 centimeter is blank times as long as a millimeter. So if we zoom in here on just 1 centimeter, maybe I can cover up to show you. Okay, see my red centimeter between my red fingernails? Okay, there are 10 millimeters underneath there. Okay, so the cool part about the metric unit is it's all based around the number 10, so it makes for easy math. Okay, to describe the pattern you see, every unit is 10 times less than or more than the next unit, right? Okay. All right, this is going to make sense. Just hang with me, okay? Compare the size of 1 meter to the size of a centimeter. Okay, 1 meter is my base. That's the normal one. It's just a regular meter. To the size of a centimeter. Cent, remember? How many cents are in a dollar? Okay, 100, remember? How many legs does a centipede have? 100, right? 100 cents. So centi means 100. So in 1 meter, how many centimeters would there be? 100, right? I'll show you. Okay, this is 10 centimeters, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so 1 meter is 100 times greater or more than 1 centimeter. Okay, or you could say there are 100 centimeters in a meter. Either way, okay? Compare the size of 1 meter to the size of a millimeter. Okay, milli. Okay, remember, milli does not mean a million. Okay, if deci is 10, centi is 100, milli is 1,000, right? I'm going to try to refocus this a little bit, okay? Milli is 1,000, okay? So there are 1,000 millimeters in a meter. Okay, remember those abbreviations. What operation could you use to find out how many centimeters are in 3 meters? Okay, so we can use our chart here. Okay, meters to centimeters, right? Meters are bigger. Centimeters are going over here. So in 1 meter, how many centimeters are there? 100. In 2 meters, that would be 200 centimeters. In 3 meters, there would be 300 centimeters. Now I asked what operation. How did I get from 1 to 100, guys? How did I get from 2 to 200? I multiplied or I timesed it by a little bitty times 100, right? So what operation? I can multiply, that's the operation, the number of, what do I do? The number of meters by the number of centimeters, didn't I? 2 times 1. I can multiply the number of meters by, what do we multiply by? Times 100, times 100, times 100. Multiply it by 100. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right. Now here we're going to start to use that chart. You can use a different metric units to describe the same metric length. Okay, we know that. You could have two different units and you make them equal. Okay, we talked about that with other things, with customer units. For example, you can measure the length of a book as 3 decimeters or 30 centimeters, meaning those are equal. 3 decimeters is the same as 30 centimeters. Okay, since the metric system is based on the number 10, decimals or fractions can be used to describe metric lengths as equivalent units. We'll get there. We'll explain it, okay? Think of 1 meter as a whole. Your meter stick is the whole. Use your meter stick to write equivalent units as fractions and decimals, okay? So 1 meter equals 10 decimeters. Okay, we got that. We talked about that. We talked about in our meter stick, there's 10 decimeters. Upside down. Black, white, there's 10 decimeters in a meter, okay? Each decimeter is blank or blank of a meter, okay? So each decimeter is what of the entire meter? Does that make sense, guys? Okay, if you're thinking of this like a fraction bar, okay, it's kind of like it would take 10 of these decimeters to get my whole meter. So one of these would be 1/10. Okay, if I count them like fractions, watch. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 9/10, 10/10. Okay, does that make sense? So each decimeter is 1/10 of a meter. Okay, it wants it written as a fraction and a decimal. So what do I write? 1/10 as a decimal. Okay, get that 1 in the tenths place, remember? This one would be the hundredths place out here. There's nothing in it. 1/10. Okay, 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. Okay, we talked about that too. Okay, in here there's 100 centimeters. 10 centimeters, 20, 30, right? It keeps going. There's 100 of them. So each centimeter is 1/100th of a meter. How do I write that as a decimal? I need a 0 point. I need the 1 to be in the hundredths place. This would be the tenths place. This would be the hundredths place. 1/100th. I have to put a 0 there. So it pushes it out. So it holds the space. Okay? All right. So here's where we start using our little help guide. So I'm going to push this up. I'm going to grab a little sticky tack. You know I love sticky tack, right? Okay, and just to hold this guy in place, like a little bit of gum, right? Okay, so I can get my help guide here. Okay? Okay. A length of 51 centimeters is blank or blank of a meter. Okay, kind of think of this like a road, a path. Okay, and we have this little bunny or a kangaroo or whatever that can hop from unit to unit. Okay? So up here, it's trying to get me to go from centimeters to meters. Okay, I see where centi is right here, and I see where meters is right here. It's my base. Okay, in your pencil, okay, get a pencil now. So now whenever you mark on this help guide here, mark in pencil so you can erase it and change it each time. In pencil, I'm starting at centi, so I'm going to put a check mark where I'm starting. Okay, it's like a pirate map. And I'm going to meters, okay, which is right here. So I'm going to put X right here. X marks the spot. That's where I'm trying to go to, okay? Which way do I need to go? If I'm starting at centi with my check mark and I'm ending at meter over here, I'm going to go to the left. So I'm going to draw a little arrow to the left up here, okay? So I'm going to start here and do my bunny hops really lightly on my page, okay? 1, 2, okay? I got 2 bunny hops in there. I started with 51 centimeters. So I'm going to write the number 51 down here. Okay, whoops, I better write a little darker for you to see. 51, okay? And in the number 51, we all know that my decimal point would be here. It's 51.0. It's just a plain 51, right? That's where my decimal point is imaginarily. That's where it just is. We all know it's there, okay? So my decimal point's right here, and I went 1, 2 bunny hops to the left. So my decimal point, watch him, is going to go 1, 2 to the left. Okay? So now my decimal point is over here. He's not going to be over here anymore. I've got to erase him. Okay? So now 51 wholes became 51 hundredths. Ooh, did you catch that? Okay, we're going to do lots of practice with it. Okay, now he's 51 hundredths. The length of 51 centimeters is, my pen back here, 51 hundredths. That's how I would read that. Or 51 hundredths. That's what I came up with. I guess we could write the decimal first since we had that first, right? Of a meter. Okay, the next one it wants us to do, I should have got a good eraser. I hope you guys have some good erasers at home. Okay, I'm going to erase this so I can do a different one. Okay, is 8 decimeters to a meter. Okay, decimeters is right here. That's where I'm starting. Put your check mark. Okay, I guess I can zoom in a little bit because we're only on this side. Remember, we're not using any of these today. We're just over here. Okay, I'm starting at decimeter, and I'm going to meter, which is in my base unit list, right? Base units. Okay, I'm going to the left, and how many bunny hops will I make? Just 1, right? Okay, I started with 8, put it right here, 8 decimeters. Okay, in the number 8, the decimal point hides over here. Okay, that's just where he is. It's like there's $8, 8 holes, right? And I went 1 bunny hop to the left. Now my decimal's right here. So I've got to erase this one over here. He's not over here anymore. Okay, now my decimal point is right here. So 8 decimeters is 0.8, or how would I say that? Look, that's my tenths place. This is my hundredths place, right? Can you see my T? So that would be 8 tenths. So as a fraction, that would be 8 tenths. Okay. The length of 82 centimeters. Okay, erasing my old lines. Erasures on your page 2. Sorry for shaking the camera. Okay, I'm starting at centi this time and going to meter. Okay, I'm starting at centi. This is my check mark. That's where I'm going to start. I'm going to meter right here. I'm going to the left. And how many bunny hops? 1, 2. Okay, I'm starting with 82. But we're like $82. My decimal point's right here. And I went 2 bunny hops to the left. So 1, 2. My new decimal point is over here. Okay, this guy goes away. Okay, so it is, how would I call that? What would I say? 82 hundredths, right? 82 hundredths, and this is the same, 82 hundredths. Okay, I hope this makes sense to you guys. I know it's a little bit tricky, okay, but hang with me, okay? You'll get it, and it'll make more sense. It's the metric sense, but it's not something we use every day, is it? Okay, share and show. Okay, whoop, up here. 2 meters is blank centimeters, okay? Let me erase back here. Just erasing. I'm back, okay? 2 meters is blank centimeters, okay? I should have made this on a whiteboard, shouldn't I? Okay, 2 meters. So I'm starting at meters. So that's going to get my check mark now. Okay, and I'm going to centimeters. X marks the spot. That's where I want to end. That's where my answer is. So now I'm going to the right. Okay, 1 bunny hop, 2 bunny hops. Okay, I started with 2 as a decimal point over here. And I'm going 1, 2 bunny hops to the right, starting at the check mark, ending at the X. To the right, I told myself. So now I'm going 1, 2. My decimal point is going to be out here now. What do you think I have to fill in these blank spaces so something holds the space? Zeros, right? So now 2 meters is 200 centimeters, okay? And using those fishbone charts, that would make sense. You guys could tell me that because you could say meters is the bigger one, centimeters, okay? 1 meter is 100 centimeters, right? Centi means 100. So 2 meters would be 200, okay? But you have to know how to do this part, okay? Next one, 3 centimeters equals blank millimeters, okay? I'm starting with centimeters. That's what I'm starting. I'm going to move my stuff down here. And I'm ending at millimeters. So I'm going to the right, 1 bunny hop. Okay. I started with 3, move my stuff up a little bit. So with 3 holes, right? 3 centimeters. I'm going 1 bunny hop to the right is what this says. Okay. So here I go. 1 bunny hop to the right. This will be my new decimal point. Get rid of my old decimal point here. Okay, and what's going to hold that space? A 0. 3 centimeters equals 30 millimeters. Okay. Okay, next one. 5 decimeters. So I'm starting at deci. Here's my check mark. That's where I'm going to start. I'm going to end at centimeters, the X. Okay, I'm going to the right, 1 bunny hop. Okay, started with 5 decimeters. So here I am, my decimal point's here. I'm going 1 bunny hop to the right, my new decimal point. What's going to hold that space? A 0. It's like 50 holes or $50. So 5 decimeters is 50 centimeters. Okay, you're getting it. I'm sure you're getting there. Okay, whoops, move my paper. 4 meters and 40 decimeters. Ooh, I need them both. 4 meters and 40 decimeters, okay? So let's say this one probably, I think these might be easier with your little, at least this one is easier with your fishbone chart here. I'm going to flip my scrap paper over, all right? Because I could say meters to decimeters, right? 2 periods. 1 meter is how many decimeters? Deci, decade, decagon, 10. 2 meters would be 20. 3 meters would be 30. 4 meters would be 40. So 4 meters and 40 decimeters are equal, right? Okay, the next one is 5 centimeters and 5 millimeters. Okay, so here I'm going to do centimeters and millimeters right here. Okay, so centimeters is bigger, millimeters is small. Remember, centimeters is the size of your finger width here. Whoop, over here. Centimeters and millimeters a little dink. Remember? Okay, 1 centimeter equals how many millimeters? Do you remember? Okay, you gotta zoom in real close here. Here's my 1 centimeter right here. It's the white spot in between my fingers. Oop, here, Mrs. May, get it right. Okay, there's my 1 centimeter, and how many dink, 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 dinks are in between there? Okay, there's 10. 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. Okay, I need to go clear down to 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, what did I do from here to here? I did times 10. So 2 times 10 is 20. 3 times 10 is 30. 4 times 10 is 40. 5 times 10 is 50. Okay, so 5 centimeters equals 50 millimeters. So which one's bigger? 5 centimeters or 5 millimeters? Remember, 5 centimeters would be like this. 5 of these across, or 5 dink, 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 dink. Which one's bigger? 5 centimeters, right? You might be able to do that without your chart if you remember those benchmarks. right? 6 decimeters or 65 centimeters. Okay, I'm just going to fold this real fast. Okay, decimeters and centimeters. Okay, in 1 decimeter, there are how many centimeters? Okay, here's my black decimeter. How many red, white are there? And you could pause it even. Okay, there's 10. 1 decimeter equals 10 centimeters. 2, I have to go clear down to 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I see some of you sending me emails. That's good. Okay, times 10. 2 times 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, so 6 decimeters equals 60 centimeters. So 6 decimeters is equal to 60 centimeters. So which one of these would be greater than 6 decimeters, which is also, I can put in here 60 centimeters. I can put them both in the same unit, right? Centimeter, centimeter. Now, is 60 centimeters greater or 65 centimeters? Okay, obviously you would know 65 centimeters is greater, right? Okay, we're getting there, guys. 7 meters or 700 millimeters. Ooh, that's tempting because 700 sounds like a lot, but 700 of these, ding, 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 isn't that much, is it? Okay, how many millimeters are in a meter? Remember what milli means. Okay, millimeters. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, right? Okay, milli does not mean million. It means thousand, right? So, in 1 meter, there is 1,000 millimeters. In 2, there would be 2,000. In 3, there would be 3,000. Catch a pattern. 4, there is 4,000. In 5, there is 5,000. In 6, there is 6,000. And in 7, there is 7,000. Okay, so 7 meters, if I put them in the same unit, is equal to or the same as 7,000 millimeters. Now they're both in the same unit. Millimeter, millimeter. Which one's more, 7,000 millimeters or 700 millimeters? 7,000, right? Okay, starting at centimeter and I'm ending at meter. Starting at centi, ending at milli. So I'm going to the right. Oops, you can't see this. Starting at centi, going to milli. Okay, I'm going to the right. So I started with 65. Okay, and I'm going 1 bunny hop to the right. So my decimal was right here. I went 1 bunny hop to the right. Okay, so now I have, oh, I just messed that up. Mrs. May, you messed it up. I saw the M, I got excited. Going back. I started at centi, and I was supposed to go to meter. I got tricked, I went to milli. Oops, I need to go to meter over here. Didn't I? Did you catch that? Were you yelling at me? Hopefully. Okay, so I'm going to the left, Mrs. May. 1, 2 bunny hops. Okay, I started with 65, decimal point over here. I need to go 1, 2 to the left. Okay, that makes more sense. How would I read this? 65, what? 65 hundredths. Okay, 65 hundredths as a fraction. 65 hundredths, same thing I've written down here, as a decimal. Okay? Oh man. I got myself, didn't I? I'm not used to teaching in a classroom empty. Nobody to catch any mistakes. Okay, number 9. 47 centimeters, and I'm going to a meter. So I'm starting at centi, and I'm going to a meter, Mrs. May, which is over here. Okay, it's going to do the same thing as last time. It's going to the left. I have 47 centimeters. My decimal's right here right now. I'm going 2 bunny hops to the left. 2 bunny hops to the left. Okay, there's my decimal. Remember, I can't leave this decimal out here on the end. I have to put a 0 in front of them, right? Okay, so my decimal would be like this. My fraction, okay, because I can read him, 47 hundredths, right? So that's my fraction. Got it? There's lots of YouTube videos about King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk if you look for them, if your parents say you can. Okay, 9 decimeters. Okay, I'm starting with deci, and I'm going to a meter right next door. Okay, I'm going to the left, 1 bunny hop. I started with 9. Oops. Tricky. Started with 9, I'm going 1 to the left. Okay, so now it just changed to like 0.9, right? But we don't say that. We'd say 9 tenths. Okay? 9 tenths or 9 tenths. I have to put a 0 in front of that decimal so he doesn't fall off the edge of the cliff. All right. 2 decimeters going to a meter. Again, going to the left. 2 decimeters. So 2's right here, my decimal point. I went 1 bunny hop to the left. Okay? So that would be what? 2, what's here? Tenths, right? 2 tenths or 2 tenths. Okay? All right. Lucille runs the 50-meter dash in her track meet. How many decimeters long is the race? They're basically asking me 50 meters equals blank decimeters. Can you see that? And I'm going to decimeters, which is right next door. Started with meters, and I'm going to decimeters. Deci, centi, milli, right? So I'm going to the right, 1 bunny hop. I started with 50 meters. I'm going to the right, 1 bunny hop. So I make a 0 in there. So 50 meters equals 500 decimeters. Okay? Alexis is knitting a blanket 2 meters long, 2 meter sticks. Every 2 decimeters, she changes the color of the yarn to make stripes. How many stripes will the blanket have? Okay? So let's see. I think drawing a picture might be good for this one. Okay, here's my 2 meter sticks. Okay, draw your 2 meter sticks. Push my paper up. Okay, I need to split into tenths. So split it into half first. And each one of these I've got to get into 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, count my spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then I can copy them because I made them the same length.
Our interruption, just want to let staff members know we will have an elementary staff meeting at 11:15 this morning.
Okay, so I drew my 2 meter sticks here. Double check. They have 10 each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, got it. So I have 2 meters. Now every 2 decimeters, she changes the color of the yarn. I'm going to get my colored pencil out. Oh, I think I'm going to make a green and pink blanket, okay? So the first 2 decimeters are going to be pink. Every 2 decimeters, she changes the color. How many stripes? Okay, then she's going to change to green. Then she's going to change to pink, green, pink. Ooh, don't get messy, Mrs. May. green. Pink, green. Pink, green. Okay, how many stripes? So we have a stripe of pink, stripe of green. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many stripes will she have? Okay, she'll have 10 stripes. Okay, we're going to explain. There are 5 pink stripes and 5 green stripes. Okay, fill it in. Write it in, okay? All right, guys. I know this is a lot and we went pretty fast, okay? I'll try to find another YouTube video out there about converting or changing metric units to help you, okay? The homework will be more like this, okay? So if you are good here, you'll be fine. If you have questions, ask me. I'm more than willing to help you, okay? Thanks, guys. See ya.